Did the serpent lie to Adam and Eve? Because after all, they didn't die. And their eyes were open, just like the serpent said. So it kind of sounds like maybe the serpent was telling the truth. You will not surely die. Your eyes will become opened, and God doesn't want that to happen. God doesn't want you to become like God. Scripture says that the serpent was the craftiest of all of creation. And tradition ascribes the serpent to the fallen angel Lucifer. And so when Satan comes to Eve and says, "Did God say that you couldn't eat of any of the fruit in the garden?" He's already playing games. Because he knows full well that God didn't say you couldn't eat any of the fruit. He said, don't eat of that fruit. Here's the real lie that the serpent was telling. That what God has for you is not good enough. And that lie, in all its various forms, is being told over and over and over again today. God is holding back from you. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. You got to go out and get yours. Sacrifice for other people? No way. Kneel before a God? No. Why don't you become your own God? What God has for you is not good enough. How often, friends, are we tempted to hold back from God? This idea, Lord, that I'll give you my life. I'll give you everything. I will submit my life to you, but I'm going to hold this thing back because this is something I want to keep for myself. What that really means is I don't believe that what you have for me is better than what I would have for myself. I don't want to miss out. I don't want to follow all of your rules, God. You know, those rules that are meant to keep me safe and living well. Because I'm afraid I'm going to miss out on some earthly pleasure out there that I want to have. When we hear the warnings of God that I put these boundaries in place for your protection, the enemy is constantly saying, that's not going to kill you. It's not that big a deal. Come on. That's old-fashioned. Nobody else follows those rules anymore. Get real. If you don't, you're going to miss out. I think when we can get to the point, friends, that we can trust in God, trust that what God has for us is better than what we would have for ourselves, then we are stepping into the abundant life that God has for us. God says, you see this creation? It's all for you. Live your life in the freedom that I have called you to live. Just stay away from these things. Because these things are bad for you. They will lead to your death. Don't listen to the serpent's lie.